All right, so I've chosen the first one, this applying key concepts and keywords by Casco as our review. And it's interesting that for Casco, this particular chicken, I've actually seen it like on their cover page consistently for many years. So I wonder if this chicken is like their mascot. Okay, but nonetheless, I like this. It attracted me because it wrote this apply key concepts and keywords, and science is really about key concepts and keywords. So I thought that this book could be useful. Just a quick check also, most of the assessment book, their cover page would come with these subpoints as to what the assessment book attempts, the objectives would be to help your child to learn science. And you will often see the author's name and also the credential of the author. So in this case, the author has this diploma in education, and usually authors with diploma in education might indicate that they were once a teacher or a current teacher, right? So this is just to tell me a little background of the author. And when you turn the book around, right, this is the publication house and the office address. Okay, and this book cost me $13.80 with GST. Okay, so let's open up to see the content here. Right, so okay, the front page, the page is consistent with the title page, and I do like to read more about the preface because it tells me the idea and the purpose behind this book. And for this particular book, it says that it's actually a series of 4 books. So if I find this useful, I might go and hunt for the rest of the books in this series. And it says that it comprises of the notes, the experiments, the work example, and topical tests, which I find rather structured and pretty good. Okay, so it also says that it serves as a guidebook to teach process skills and exam question answering technique. Honestly, at this point, as a teacher, science teacher, reviewing this book, I was like, whoa, big objectives. A lot of objectives actually covered in this book. And if the book could cover all these objectives as stated, then I would think that $13.80 is well spent. So we go to the contents page, and we have forces, word of life, living things, adaptations, man's impact, photosynthesis, and forms of energy, right? All these chapters are indeed the chapters in primary 6. Okay, all primary 6 students will go through these few chapters. So far so good. And the notes here, they are black and white, and they stated very clearly what's the learning outcome, and they have examples. When I was looking through the notes, right, honestly, it covers the basic concepts of the chapters, and it even gives like some examples so that the children can connect to their real life. But I'm not so sure of some of the examples, like for example, like bungee jump, you know, parachuting, how a primary 6 child could possibly connect. I mean, how many primary 6 children do bungee jump? But nonetheless, the examples may help with some understanding, and they even have experiments. These experiments that they have shown in the assessment books are very common experiments, and in fact, a lot of schools, even in their own worksheets, you will find, for example, like this question. This is a very, very common question. What I like about this book is they actually have a work example, and they even tell the children the thought process, you know, with the key concepts and the key words. So it kind of like let the children know that they have to use these words in their answers, and very structured as well. Okay, so after that, then, you know, they start with the multiple choice. Altogether in this chapter, the total number of multiple choice questions are 10, and after that there are the open-ended questions, and the open-ended questions, well, there are 4 open-ended questions and 10 MCQ in this first chapter. Some of you may think, oh, so little, but to be honest, it's quite good as a practice because primary 6 children are awfully busy. So I feel that 10 MCQs and 4 short questions is actually a very good way of revision. You don't need like more than 45 minutes. So it's a very good way of revising the chapter. Okay, so and other things that I've noticed about the book is the pictures are a little bit old looking, so may not, and they are not consistent with PSLE. PSLE diagrams do not look like this. Okay, after looking through more pages and other chapters in this book, I found that there were many questions that were that can be easily found in past year exam papers. So and many of the past year exam papers actually can be easily downloaded and printed for free. Right, the last part that I am reviewing of this assessment book is of course the answer keys, and it is interesting that they have put down like the thought process, very nicely written, like the key concepts and the keywords and phrases, and the answer keys are here. The answer key, the keywords so far, when I flip through, there are certain words I feel that it's not necessary, like atmospheric oxygen. At primary school level, they do not need to know the difference between atmospheric oxygen and dissolved oxygen, and it is definitely not a keyword that is needed in PSLE. And this word is bold, so I assume that they are telling the children that this is necessary, but this is not in PSLE. Okay, the total number of pages in this book is 282. So this is a rather thick book, and the purpose of this book, as the title indicated, is to teach the children to apply key concepts and keywords into the questions. But having reviewed the book and flipping through the different chapters, there were many outdated words, keywords that are not necessary, outdated questions, and the pictures are like mentioned, not PSLE consistent. So I think it's very likely that this book will not be able to achieve the intended objectives.